Hello and welcome to Outside Xbox, where you're watching Show of the Week with me, Andy Farrens.
And me, Mike Channel. This week I took charge in Dungeons and Dragons. I turn round to him.
What are you doing? Are we going loud?
No.
Okay.
Well, we're not going loud.
Uh-oh.
I command him to shout.
What?
I love how we just run our plans by each other.
It worked, didn't it? What's the problem?
You're always going off script.
I am not. But today I would like to talk about Days of Thunder. It's an excellent movie. Have you seen it? It stars Tom Cruise, and there's this whole scene where it looks like he's going to go high, but then he goes low.
Mike, script.
Oh, is that what that is? I thought it was for making signs with...
Yeah, I can see it's going to be one of those episodes. Well, while you were doing that, I was in Florida at the WWE Performance Center talking to wrestlers.
I think they call it cutting a promo, Andy.
Oh, also I was playing WWE 2K19.
Oh yeah, how is it?
Well, let me tell you something, Mike, right here on this
Andy,
very
stop
sofa.
cutting a promo.
Okay, fine.
'Cause you're a natural.
Yes, Mike, I was in Florida at the Performance Center.
Tell me about the Performance Center, because it sounds like a car thing.
Well, no, it's not. It's a wrestling thing. I got to interview some wrestlers,
Cool.
ran a game.
Good.
There's video going up next week, so you can
Excellent.
check out the stuff I got up to there. But it's amazing. It's a purpose-built facility to train wrestlers. And they have like a massive gym, and they have a big medical center where a lot of extremely injured wrestlers are sitting around because of...
The fact that that was second on your list of things it has is sort of worrying.
Yeah. And then they have this huge room which is full of wrestling rings. There's like 7 wrestling rings, all arranged in a circle around one wrestling ring in the middle. And all the NXT people were just there doing drills. Like
Nice.
All the top male wrestlers, all the top female wrestlers, they were all doing their roles and their agility stuff. And it was amazing. They were all just walking around.
Yeah.
All these people I watch on TV on NXT.
I feel like I've seen the Performance Center in the game, right?
Yeah, that's where they do the career mode stuff from last year's one, definitely. This year's career mode is slightly different. They're pitching it more because you know how popular indie wrestling is.
Yes, yeah.
So they're making it as like a indie to superstar thing. So you start off as an indie wrestler and playing like doing wrestling matches in like fields and bars and stuff to about 8 people.
That's amazing.
And then you sort of work your way up and you get noticed and then you join NXT and things like that.
Right.
So they're leaning into the whole indie wrestling thing.
So you're literally going to start in like a school hall?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty comprehensive, really. That's not something they've really done before.
No, I don't think they like to acknowledge it before that there was a level below like NXT. But yeah, they're really going for the sort of grassroots up to the mainstream thing.
Hey, Triple H, you say listen to your audience? Well, the audience is saying that I'm good enough to go straight to the main roster.
So did any of the wrestlers strike you as someone you could have in a fight?
I mean, no, they're all like trained.
You could call them out.
They're all massive. I mean, to be fair, like some of them were actually smaller than me.
Yeah?
Like Johnny Gargano, for example.
That's it.
NXT
Johnny Gargano,
wrestler.
you're going down.
I'm not saying I could beat him in a fight in any way whatsoever. But,
This is what YouTube's all about now, Andy. It's just all about
gotta call people
calling
out.
each other out.
Yeah. Slightly taller than AJ Styles.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Baron Corbin though is enormous.
Yeah, he's a very tall man, isn't
And Cesaro is enormous.
Yes.
Yeah, don't set the bar. We are the bar.
Doing the wrong side. There we go.
That's okay. We can do it, you know. That's beautiful. We have thumbs on each hand, right? So, woo.
Who knew? It's amazing. Thank you. All the NXT guys just started playing the video game.
Amazing.
And like, I wasn't really sure if we were allowed to take photos or not, so I didn't. But there was like the Velveteen Dream and Ricochet were like just playing the game, just
That's
there
awesome.
as themselves.
Were any of them loudly criticising it in front of the developers? Like,
No.
my stats are bull. What the hell?
All of them were delighted to be in a video game, which
It must
was
be
really
awesome.
nice to see.
It must be a really awesome feeling. And AJ Styles is on the cover this year, right?
He is. AJ
Yeah.
Styles is, he's the cover athlete. But yeah, the game this year, apart from the indie stuff, they said that the focus is trying to make it a bit more fun and a bit less simulatory.
Yeah.
Because like the 2K games, they go in for that sort of exact facsimile thing, and maybe at the expense of like some of the more fun stuff.
Yeah, I came from the era of the sort of original SmackDown games, which was sort of pure arcade, you know, real button mashing for the strikes, and then you just did a move by pressing a direction and the circle button on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And those are the games I really loved, and they had the atmosphere, but they were also really rapid sort of arcade games. And it's become much more sort of, like you say, a simulation.
1, 2,
I'll be interested to see how dramatically they'll make it more arcadey.
Well, they've added stuff like there's a big head mode now.
Nice.
You'll be delighted.
I think I saw it in Xavier Woods.
Yeah, yeah, with a giant head.
The ominous man from Amsterdam.
They've also added some slightly unusual match types. Like, I don't know if you remember the House of Horrors match.
I do not.
Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton had.
Oh, wait, was that where things were projected onto the ring and stuff?
No, okay, so the House of Horrors match was a match that took place in like a shack in the middle of the woods.
Oh, yeah.
And it was basically Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton had a fight in this house. And they were like hitting each other with the fridge door and stuff.
Wow, okay.
And then anyway, it was like notoriously bad.
Right.
But that's in there, so you can have a sort of backstage brawl in this like run-down spooky shack.
Nice.
Kind of cool. Also, they got a zombie Triple H in there you can play as. Not sure why they've added that.
I must have missed that storyline where Triple H died and then rose from the grave.
But like in terms of the arcadey stuff, they're adding these tower modes, which are like little.
Okay.
Like in Mortal Kombat where you do
Yeah.
So they're adding these like tower challenges. And the fact that AJ Styles is the cover athlete this year, there's a special AJ Styles tower.
Right.
Which, if you can get to the top of that tower and beat this solid gold AJ Styles, who's the boss of it, you then have to cut a promo on AJ Styles, film it, send it in, and they're picking 4 people to go to WrestleMania to have a tournament, and the winner of that plays AJ Styles at the game.
I think we're about to see it. I can't wait. I love this. Step through. So damaging.
If they beat AJ Styles, this person, then they get $1 million.
What?
I know, it's like a big contest thing. But I mean, AJ Styles is pretty handy at
He's not bad.
games,
We did a video on wrestlers' favourite wrestling games, and his was a really obscure Japanese
Oh my god!
one.
Yeah,
So
everyone else was like, "Oh, I love No Mercy.
Yeah.
I love SmackDown," and he was like, "Yeah, this really obscure early 2000s Japanese N64 game." And we were like, "You are such a hipster."
So what's your favorite?
Virtual Pro Wrestling 2. If you've never played it, it's an all-Japan Japanese game, but by far, in my opinion, one of the best.
Apart from that, like, it doesn't feel a whole lot different. The roster's updated, obviously, so they've got a bunch of new wrestlers who weren't in it before. There's some weird omissions, like the current NXT champion, Tommaso Ciampa, isn't in the game.
Right. Was he like between contracts? Or?
I don't think so. I mean, he is literally the champion, and they got other people from NXT, like Johnny Gargano, his former tag partner, and like a bunch of other people like who came in after Ciampa, like EC3, that are being added as DLC. They've announced the DLC, and he's also not in the DLC.
Wow. Okay.
Although they are adding Ricochet,
Nice.
and Candice LeRae, who are two of my favourite
Cool.
NXT wrestlers. So that's really cool.
I guess the benefit also is that the Create a Wrestler mode is so good, and the stuff you can download is so
Oh yeah, you'll be able
impressive.
to download it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Pretty. I mean, he's just he's a bald guy with a massive beard, so you can get
straightforward.
something that looks like Tommaso Ciampa
Yeah.
pretty easily. But he was walking around the performance centre, face like thunder, always in character.
Yeah.
It's great.
He was just angry that the game was there, and he
Yeah, he's
specifically
so-
said he
yeah.
doesn't want to be in it.
They're doing the showcase mode again this year. Only this
Oh,
year
yeah,
it's
of
focusing on Daniel Bryan,
Yes.
which is pretty interesting. If you don't know the story of the wrestler Daniel Bryan, he had this really nice story arc in which he was a massive underdog. The kind of authority figures of the WWE were like, "You're too weird looking to be our champion. You're too small and weird." And then they were like, they finally gave him this title shot. But he had to beat Triple H, the evil authority figure, first, and then they inserted him into the title match. So it was a three-way title match with Randy Orton and Batista, who are huge giant men. But yeah, he overcame the odds and he won, and it was this huge, like, feel-good moment.
Yeah.
The sort of thing you very rarely get in actual sports that aren't sort of predetermined. So they were able to create this wonderful, euphoric sporting moment, which was really nice. So they're going to recreate that in the showcase mode this year. Apart from the stuff I've talked about, it is like very similar to previous games, and also like the thing with these games is I always find the faces look a bit weird. They feel like very sort of waxy and shiny. And
I guess it's difficult when you've got to also be able to have a Royal Rumble with like 8 characters in the ring at once and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's true. And it's, you know, it's just a small thing, but the way it looks is starting to get a bit tired. I think it might need a bit of a visual overhaul, but I think this year they focused on trying to make it more fun and also more fair in terms of things like the reversals and stuff.
Yeah, I find the reversals still quite tricky.
Yeah, so yeah, I think they've been focusing more on the gameplay than the way it looks this year, but it could use a bit of a visual upgrade, I think.
And I guess you can really see those waxy complexions in the big head mode.
God,
They're
yeah,
already
that's
helping
true.
themselves
Yeah,
there.
they've really amplified that whole thing.
What a way to win a singles match.
That's WWE 2K19. Kind of looking forward to getting my hands on that, playing some of that, making some characters. Maybe I'll make you and I, and we can have a match.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Bit fisticuffs?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right.
I'll take you. And you, Champo, or whatever your name is.
Don't threaten Chaucer Champo, he's terrifying.
And then he was like, why don't you read the script? And I was like, make me read the script. And then he made me read the script and we did the show.
Oh, wow, guys, you should really settle your differences.
What, you mean like sit down with a professional mediator, come to some sort of mutual agreement?
No, I have something else in mind for your challenge of the week.
Oh.
So, Mike, your challenge this week
Yes.
is to defeat me. That's you there on the left. I've put
Oh,
Mike,
that's me.
I've put
right,
Mike on your
okay.
t-shirt.
Who
Fair
are
enough.
these people, Andy?
But it says Mike on his t-shirt. It's pretty
Right.
obvious.
Andy, it
Right.
looks like someone deflated Paul Bearer.
Well, yeah.
And that's
but
you on the right, is it,
That's
Andy?
me on the right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
wearing-
spent maybe a little more time on yourself than on me.
I just slightly changed the
What
Finn
does your
Balor
t-shirt
model.
say?
It says respect the beard.
Oh,
Andy,
Anyway.
what are you doing?
We're having a backstage brawl, Mike. I've
Oh.
had enough
You're
of you and your challenge of the week ways. It's annoying me.
Oh no!
So, yeah. So all you have to do is defeat me in a backstage brawl.
Oh, well,
if you
that
think you
sounds
can do it.
straightforward.
Okay.
I will be the CPU, so
Oh, you're not going to play,
I'm not
Andy?
actually playing. Mike
Yeah.
is just
Okay.
playing against the CPU.
Okay.
Well, I just broke your spine, so this
What
should
are your
be fairly
stats like?
straightforward.
Is this
We've
gonna
got
be difficult?
We've got exactly the same stats.
Okay,
So I've
great.
tried to make it fair.
Okay.
You're-
It's,
oh, no, you
look at
kicked
that
me in the ankle.
reversal! Yeah, that's right.
What
I'm
kind
I'm wily.
What kind of like below the belt, low down, dirty tactics was that, Andy?
Should mention that this is WWE 2K18,
Yes.
not 2K19.
Right.
But,
We haven't got that yet.
we haven't got that yet, but I felt like this was the best way to challenge you without us having an actual wrestling match in real life, which is my
Right.
first choice.
But the ring rental
HR
was too
said no.
expensive.
Oh, health and safety.
They
says
wouldn't
it's a bad
insure us
idea.
for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mike might die.
I might die.
Well, one of
Who's
us.
winning at the moment?
One of us will die.
at this.
Oh. Don't
Yeah.
we have like rings for this?
Yeah.
Isn't there an allocated space for having a fight like
yeah,
this?
but sometimes
Yeah.
you just gotta
Yeah.
you gotta take
Take
out
it
your
backstage.
Smash
Yeah.
someone's head against the packing case.
Oh,
that-
bulldog onto the floor.
That did look painful.
Jade, I'll do the play-by-play. You do the
Okay.
colour commentary.
All right.
So
Right.
I'll call out the moves.
Could
Oh,
Mike smash Andy's face into that danger panel there? Fill him with electricity?
leaping neck breaker.
I can
there
only
from Andy.
imagine.
Oh, too late.
And now,
Oh,
Oh, I'm in the office.
send you
Where
right
are
into
you?
the office of whoever's in charge.
Oh,
Can I pick
no.
up that chair and smash it over
Pick
your
up
head?
the
You
pot
can,
plant.
Can I hit you in the head with the
Smash
briefcase?
him with a pot
Yeah, you
plant.
can do all of that stuff.
Too late.
DDT on the office floor.
That's pretty softer than outside.
That's true. It's carpet. I want to know who's at the desk.
Do you think they're still on the phone?
They're like, I'm trying to have a conference call. This is, man, I am owning you. This is not me playing. This is just, oh my, I think
head
you've been
just
busted
broke.
open. Oh my God,
No,
Mike's got
Mike.
colour.
Ha!
Oh,
Reversal.
okay. Oh,
Yes.
Mike's back in it.
Okay, Mike.
This is
Through the desk.
Yeah.
Through the desk.
Oh,
What?
face
How do I
buster.
pick up a
And left,
briefcase?
left bumper.
Left bumper.
Left bumper.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh, the small of my back.
Right in the tailbone.
Go over to the desk. I want to see who it
And
is.
the leg bone. Oh.
Who is
Let
it?
me move.
Oh, it's
it's
Triple H.
Wait, I missed.
Oh no,
Wait,
you're
I'm
embarrassing
pushing
yourself in front of Triple H.
Oh,
There we go, that's what
Triple
I
H
was
is
after.
not impressed.
Oh, this is outrageous.
Working the
Triple H.
body.
Oh,
no.
Oh no.
What?
Luther's
Oh
press.
no. Oh no. Andy's mad.
The briefcase is
no.
caught in my
Your
crotch.
crotch.
Is this your finisher?
No.
Okay.
What is
ah,
this?
just
Oh,
face buster.
okay.
Now I can do the charge finisher.
Charge
right?
finisher?
Oh
What is
no!
it?
Right in Triple
What is
H's
it?
office. Come on, Andy, get up. Reverse it. I believe in you. I
Reverse.
believe in you, Andy.
What is
Reverse
it? What's
this.
happening?
Reverse it. Reverse it.
Aha!
No! Oh!
Is my finisher a DDT?
Apparently.
How rubbish
yeah.
is that?
You should have put more thought into it.
Can I pin you?
You don't pin in a backstage brawl. You just have to
Until they die.
TKO. Yeah.
Kick him a bit.
Yeah.
get
Oh,
off.
I'm getting. Oh, I'm going to put you through the table.
No, you're not.
Watch out.
Oh.
You certainly are not.
Oh, come on, Andy. Come on.
Oh no, Wrestler Mike.
Come on, Andy.
Oh
Signature.
no,
Signature.
Wrestler Mike.
Put it through the table.
Get off, do it! Get off, get off,
Do
get
it,
off.
CPU, Andy. Do it. What are you doing?
Oh no.
Doing, you idiot.
Oh,
There's a point
computer
at stake
Andy.
here.
Too slow, idiot.
Triple H is like when you're quite finished.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
things are looking bad for
Oh
Mike.
no,
No,
Wrestler
they're not.
Mike.
Look at you. You've got a heart over your. You're having a heart attack or something.
Yeah, I'm having a minor heart attack. Oh no, he reversed it. No!
Oh,
Side Russian leg sweep.
Charge finish. Oh.
No, he's going to DDT me onto the suitcase. Reverse it. Oh,
he's dead.
No.
Yes.
Hey.
And I am exhausted.
My God.
Oh, God.
Mike is busted wide
I'm
open.
so messed up.
Oh.
But you did it, Mike.
Yes,
you got the
point for me.
Congratulations.
Andy, you died.
I
CPU
did.
Andy
Look,
is
I'm
dead.
dead.
R.I.P.
There's been a murder.
He's definitely
Canon,
died.
you are dead now.
Triple H saw it all.
He's a witness.
Yeah.
No witnesses, Mike.
I'll have to kill
You've
him
got to
as
take
well.
him out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
So let's see the highlight reel. So, Mike, what was
highlight for
what
you?
were the highlights
I
for
really
you?
think the highlight was when I DDT'd you onto the... Like that, but on you.
I notice how all the highlights are me DDTing you.
Yeah,
or us
that's
just
me
DDTing each other, it's just back and forth DDT.
It's a classic move.
All DDT, all
All
the
DDT,
time.
all the time.
All the time.
Wait, we're pretty...
For the people at home and me, what is a DDT?
That is a DDT.
No, but what does it stand for?
It's something...
Doesn't stand for anything.
No.
Fine.
Wait. Death...
Drop.
Something death drop.
Someone will put it
Death
in the comments.
Yeah.
Put it in the comments.
Let us
for
know. And if you don't know, just make something up.
Yeah.
Make something up that's funny. All right. Back to the studio.
Now it's time to see what's written in the YouTube comments and on the IMDb trivia page for Days of Thunder.
No, not that.
You're such an Andy.
Be that as it may, let's kick off this week with your comments on last week's episode of Show of the Week, which was mostly about Call of Duty Black Ops 4's new Battle Royale mode, Blackout. In it, we set Andy the task of reaching the lofty heights of the top 10 survivors in a round of Blackout.
You haven't even fired this gun. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, that circle's coming in, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it's coming in hot.
All right.
Oh!
No, he got shot.
The classic Battle
Shot
Royale.
in the spine. Placed 14.
Death.
Commenter K-Sham Whistle has a song for every occasion, including this one, and sings... Shot in the spine, you place 14, you give Oxbox a bad name. Shredding 80s hair metal guitar solo. John, I said shredding 80s hair metal guitar solo. Nice.
Dives through the window.
Okay.
Nice. Didn't even hurt you.
I know. It's because I'm cool.
Commenter Brendan MC is similarly unimpressed, saying, "Did either of you even fire a single bullet in all that Blackout capture? I don't think Duty will be calling again. You might as well drown your sorrows down the PUBG."
I like to think of it as an ecologically sound way to play. It takes a lot of natural resources to make a bullet. You should probably fire as few of them as possible.
Or use environmentally friendly, organic, reclaimable arrows, like Lara Croft. Although in response to that bit of Show of the Week, commenter John Doe noticed something strange about Lara's arrows in Shadow of the Tomb Raider and says, "Did I see briefly in that flashback to Tomb Raider the option to craft silent arrows? Do you launch the default arrows out of a tuba?"
Hey, don't knock a tuba. It doubles as a melee weapon if people get close.
Yeah, because what Lara Croft needs is more melee weapons.
Next up this week, your comments on this video in which I explored the most British things you'll find roadside in the upcoming UK set Forza Horizon 4.
There's seemingly a specific Britishness to widespread roadworks that snarl up traffic and keep traffic cone factories in business. The fact has not escaped Forza Horizon 4, which has so many of them, there's even a specific points bonus called Road Open for smashing down roadwork barriers. As someone who seems to sit in a traffic jam caused by roadworks on every single journey, this is pretty cathartic for me.
Some of you commenters were very impressed with the realism on display, such as commenter Kill Squid Engage, who says, "The realism is amazing. Roadworks everywhere, absolutely nobody working on them."
That could have something to do with the speed I've been ploughing through them, to be honest.
Word gets around among road workers.
Others were less impressed with the British realism, such as commenter Pete Bowes, who says, "If this was actually British, you'd spend approximately 90% of your time stuck behind a Citroen Picasso doing 40 in a 50 zone at peak commuter time. Or just stationary. Actually, mostly that one."
And here's commenter Daniel White, who says, "Ugh, I hate how they've made the sky look all weird and blue rather than its natural dark grey colour."
Hey, the sky isn't always grey in the UK.
What colour is it right now?
Purple?
Is it?
No.
Finally this week, your comments on this video, which was about the video game vacations from hell that'll make you want to stay in the office. Regardless of the benefits of vacations, however, if you're a video game character, you might want to consider avoiding them, because most holidays in video games are enough to put you off the concept for life. As ever, some excellent suggestions from you commenters, such as this one from Imp360, who says, "The Himapan Hotel in Hitman. It boasts being a 5-star hotel with a beautiful view, but the staff are very rude. Some bellhop bumped into me with nary a word of apology, and then a waiter, who thinking back kind of looked like the bellhop, grabbed and choked me from behind, and when I came to, I was naked in a wardrobe. Never did get those clothes back."
Hey, all part of the 5-star service at the Himapan. Commenter Marsh Loneman, meanwhile, wants to ask, seriously, no Until Dawn in that list? Group of kids up in the mountains for good fun, and then creepy killer clown, crazy flamethrower guy, ghost chase, and oh yes, freaking Wendigos.
Oh yeah, well, you have to make sure you don't go during Wendigo season, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, do your research, guys. That one's on you.
Yeah, and finally in the comments this week, here's one from Sean Arceo, who says, "Silent Hill? Take your daughter on a vacation and end up having to fight a cult trying to birth their god in a foggy town straight out of hell."
Is that what Silent Hill's like? That's where I've booked my vacation next week.
I'm sure that's a different Silent Hill.
Enjoy the vacation of a lifetime in beautiful, tranquil Silent Hill, where suffocating mist, constant sirens, and pyramid-headed psychosexual monsters will follow you wherever you go until you get killed by a zombie nurse. Also home to many fine brunch restaurants.
Ooh, brunch.
That's it for Show of the Week. Thanks for watching. But before you go, did you know that in a wrestling match, the referee will often call to ring the bell to end the match due to disqualification for things such as hitting someone with a steel chair?
But you can ring the bell without the need for massive head trauma by hitting the little bell icon down there to be notified every time we make a new video.
Or, I mean, I could still hit you with the steel chair.
No, I'm sure they're going to hit the bell button.
Let me just go get the chair.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
All right, lunch.
Oh, I would, but I really need to rebook this holiday.
All right, what are you thinking?
Well, I don't know. Raccoon City sounds quite nice.
Aw, I love raccoons. That's adorable.
Yeah, me too.